Hey everyone, it's Weston, and today we're inside. We're at my place, in my room here, and we're not getting brutalized by the wind. But I looked at some of my videos, and it seems that I find an arrowhead like every 5 minutes when we're going through the thing, or through the fields. But it's not really like that, and I just wanted to show you some of the trash and stuff that you're going to pick up along the way, and kind of show you, I've got everything laid out here, what some of the ratio is of the stuff I find, which I hardly find anything compared to some people, and then all the trash you pick up. And I've gotten the most recent things that I've found laid out from the last few finds. So if you haven't done it yet, check out some other videos. Maybe you'll see some of the stuff of me finding some crazy arrowheads or some pieces and see what it's like in the south down here. But with that, I'm going to show you some of the things we've recently found. So first off, I'm going to stand up here and show you. This is the amount of trash that I usually pick up. Not counting the pieces that I just throw away or I haul over to the edge of the field, which are too small and are nothing. But this is 1 day's worth from one field here that I did, and then this is the field that's most recent on my videos when I found the really nice arrowhead. This is those fields put together. And this is the amount of trash you're going to pick up. Now, the whole point of picking this up is, one, I don't ever have to see it again, and two, some of the pieces actually end up to be something. On some of the arrowheads, I mean, if this was an arrowhead right here, you'll only see that much sticking out above the ground. So you have to go over and pick it up and see if it's anything. And these are huge spalls of flint, which could easily be some type of hand knife, or this could be a scraper. I mean, you could easily scrape down something with that, and it's as sharp as the day it was made. They would put a nap on that, and it'd be back in working order in no time. So after you get done picking up all your trash, you'll start to notice the different types of rocks. We've got blacks and blues and reds, and this one right here is always one of my favorite. I picked it last time. It's got some great coloration, and it would be beautiful if it had a point made out of it. But these are all pieces of scrap, excuse me, and the Indians, there's no reason for it to be there, so the Indians obviously hauled it in and then knocked it off. Now, some of the next things, this is the secondary stuff you'll find. These are things that I pick up along the way that you don't really know what they are, but when you get back to the house and scrub them off, you find out what they are. And first off, we found this really crazy rock, which was just in the middle of a field, and it's all clay and sand down here, or topsoil. So if anybody knows anything, y'all chime in. We've got some massive, it could be hand implements here, or it could be pieces that have been carried to make something out of. I ended up finding one good grindstone. You can see it's caved in for the use on it, and people would grind over it. But look at all the harrow marks all over it. I mean, it's been out there for 1,000 years getting turned over. We found one hammerstone and things like that. And here's just some pretty rock that's been busted open, and you can see what the insides would be like when it has not patinaed. So after this, I've laid out the things I believe could be something. First off, we'll start with these round stones here. I'm not sure if they're egg stones. I don't think they are. They could be light napping stones. But just to show what they were, I picked up the largest clay stones or the rocks in the whole field, and that was one. And here was the next second biggest one. Now this is nothing, but this is as big a rock as I'll find covering hundreds of acres. And then you'll find something like this, or like this. And if you're lucky, you'll find the edge of a hammerstone, or maybe even a big round one, as seen here. But you don't know if they're anything, so you have to pick them up. We got this one on video. This is a massive hand implement. This has got to be something because it's been knocked off on both sides. So that was pretty cool. It's easily held. Here is one I don't have on video that I found. I didn't know what it was until I got it home and cleaned it up. But it has been knocked as thin as can be, and is some type of crude hoe, or even, if you had it between two sticks, some type of tomahawk. It's been napped on both sides. My next favorite thing I found, this is probably my favorite I found the whole time. Look at this stone knife. Now this looks like nothing. It looks like just a piece of stuff, and there was only about this much sticking out, and I pulled it up. But if you look down it, they have put a platform on it, and it is just perfectly straight like the day it was made. This could probably be the oldest thing I have here, or the oldest one I found, because it has no pressure flaking or anything. It's just been knocked off, and it's a good hand knife, or it could easily be hafted into something. That one's probably my favorite. If you know anything about any of these, feel free to chime in and, state the time and then tell what you think it is. Here's some light ones that have been napped along the side, little hand ones. A couple of crude knives. I've got one like this in the drawer that's really nice. Then you get down into what I call your third-rate trash or more. They're still fines. They've still been napped along the sides where they're sharp, but they're really crude. You can see I've got one tip here that hardly has any work on it, a couple sides of tips, and things that don't look like anything because they've been busted up so much till you look at the edge of them and they have napping on them. You can't really tell what they are. No one really knows what they are. Crude knives, but there's something to find, and they have napping along the side of them. Now, here's a little bit bigger piece. That one right there was really thinned out. If anyone knows on this, I would really like to know what this is, because it had too much work on it and was too thin and too big, and it would be really weird with a point on it. So if anyone knows anything on that one, tell me. But this is just your third-rate trash and the stuff that you're going to pick up that really means nothing until you look at it. One, you don't have to find it again, and two, I can move it out of the field where if I'm riding the four-wheeler, I don't have to see it. So we've got hammer stones, grind rocks, and trash. Now, when you go through all this and you sort it out, you'll come to these pieces right here. And these are your second rate, what I would call second rate. These are some of these are beautiful tips. We got this bowling tip, or bevel bowling, or whatever, or big sandy tip on video. And some of these would have been wonderful if they haven't been broken by the plows or anything. These all have great napping on them or exhibit some type of thing. These are a couple of neck knives that have been left sharp. This one actually looks just like one that I have in the book, so I kept it. Doesn't really look like anything. This one has some of the most beautiful grain and the most precision napping I've seen with this little design here, but it's broken off. So you still pick them up because it's a find. And here's what you'll have. You'll have a couple knives. Here's one of the better knives that's been knocked down the side, and scrapers. These are the oldest things, or the knives, if they're real. So that's what you'll find there. We've got all these on videos, so you can check out the other videos. And then after you find all of this, and you find all of this, or at least I do, you'll find these. And these are what I call, your top rate. And these still are not beautiful, as some people have in a collection, but they're great. We got this one on video. This is the one that I'm holding up at the very end of the day, and it's covered in dirt. But that is the prettiest one I have found in a long time. So I was really excited about that one. It looked a little rougher in the field. We got this one and the little tip. But these are ones that I have found throughout the last couple of months. Nothing spectacular, some big points. My favorite probably so far is going to be this massive uniface. This is the first one I have of this. This is it from the side and from here. But it's the biggest one I've seen, a real crude knife, a real uniface, but someone took some time on it and put it together. We got our tip, we got the Dalton, which I have as the Heartbreaker, which seems to be everyone loves that video. And it would have been excellent if it had it on there. But it's as good as I get on some of this stuff. So that's just another video on some of the things. This is nowhere near my collection. I have all of them protected in drawers and stuff. But I just wanted to show you what some of the most recent stuff is, and the trash that you're going to pick up to find arrowheads if you're out searching in the fields. So be sure to check out some of my other videos. Please comment, rate, subscribe if you like them. If you know anything about any of these pieces here that I don't know, anything about a stone knife or this one, just let me know. And put the time and then the comment beside it, and we'll discuss it, because I would love to know about them. But happy hunting, and if you have any questions, just message me, and maybe one of these days I'll get a video of the whole collection. We'll lay her out on the floor and cover the floor up. Thank you very much. Weston Summers out. Y'all have a great day.